Stephon Everts in the middle of your screen as they prepare for the gate drop. Again, the Honda teammates, Jeff Stanton and Jean-Michel Bale, among those who do battle here. Number 1, and look who he's chasing. Number 2, his teammate Stanton, but look who they're both chasing. A whole shot in the early lead for number 17. This is Jeremy McGrath, the California kid who leads the Western Region 125 championship standings. He gets on a 250. He comes to Charlotte, and he's leading the number 1 and number 2 riders in the series. What a performance.
I think probably if he stayed there, he would be the happiest man in the U.S. of A., but I really don't expect him to, because look who's knocking at the door.
You've seen these highlights before. Stanton and Bale running about 2-3 bike lengths apart, but way behind McGrath. Hey, first, second, or third, making the main event in the 250 class is an accomplishment for one of these 125 kids. Brian Swink did it the other way around. He went to the West Coast, won a heat race.
The objective is obviously to give them a little bit of time with a 250 machine, get some time under their belt, so that when they make the switch from 125s to 250, they'll be more prime pumped and ready to go.
Is this Bale making a pass? Yes, indeed. Bale takes over the second spot from Jeff Stanton, and that's got to frustrate Stanton a little bit, much as he dislikes being beaten by Damon Bradshaw. He also hates the fact that Jean-Michel Bale stopped his championship streak at 2 and took away his title last year. So Stanton is a frustrated man as he runs third in the semifinal behind Bale and Jeremy McGrath.
You know, if we go back just 1 year ago and look at the races as the season developed in that 250 series, that's the way so often it happened. Stanton with the lead, Bale coming from off the pace, making the pass just like he's making the pass here on Jeremy McGrath.
Boy, look how McGrath falls back so quickly. As soon as Bale goes by, Stanton comes up and attacks. Jeremy holds his own for a moment, but you just have the sense that the reality has already set in for this kid. He's the third place man.
You know, he was in that section of whoops. I'm sure that Jeremy McGrath said, I'm going faster than anyone in the world could go. And Bale blows by him, and that kind of upset his rhythm. He said, where'd that guy come from? How'd he do that?
Bale is the smoothest man, perhaps in the history of motocross. I've never seen anyone ride a motorcycle as effortlessly as JMB.
It's so hard to compare athletes from one era to another. Wouldn't it be interesting if we could have Roger DeCoster, Bob Hanna, Rick Johnson, Bale, Stanton, put them all together at the same time on the same motorcycles?
I'd pick Jean-Michel Bale to win, just like he did right here in this semifinal. Stanton takes the second spot. McGrath, with a great ride to third, is bound for the 250 main event. And rounding out the order will be Stephon Everts and Jeff Emig. Let's go trackside. Ralph Shaheen is with JMB.
Well, Jean-Michel, once you got out front, it seemed pretty easy for you, but it has not been an easy road to get there tonight.
Yeah, you know, I have some bad luck in the first heat. I crashed in the second turn, so there's no way to win the race when you start very last. And so, you know, I was riding very fast, and I got a good start in the semi, so I win this ring very easy. So I hope I can get a good start for the main and try to win.
Can you breathe a little easier now, knowing that you've made the transfer?
Yeah, you know, it's always a little bit hard to go to the semi, and it's better to go straight. But, you know, sometimes it's better because you have a little bit more practice, so I hope it's going to be better for me tonight.
A very businessman-like attitude for Jean-Michel Bale tonight.
Now we go. Charges on to turn 1. The Kawasaki's, just as they did in the heat, get the whole shot. And in the middle of that pack, Damon Bradshaw, left side of your screen, number 4, black jersey, about mid-pack, as number 6, Jeff Ward, and number 9, Jeff Matasevich battle for the lead. Jeff Stanton, number 2, settles into that third spot on lap number 1. Bradshaw with a terrible start. Here's Larry Ward, who came out of the last chance qualifier, up into about 4th spot. So we've got good action early on, but wait a minute. Bradshaw has crashed, and all the way at the back of the pack, number 4, Damon Bradshaw, picks up his motorcycle and gets back into the action. Huge change of events here for the hometown favorite.
Yeah, and for the Honda riders, this is the kind of break that they needed to get themselves back into the series. We're looking at Jeff Stanton, who's running in a number 3 position. Bale is not that far off the pace, and if history repeats itself, as we have been watching all season long, neither Jeff Matasevich nor Jeff Ward are going to be able to hold on to that number 1 spot. Here comes Larry Ward, though, who just charged into the number 3 position.
Ward, remember, came out of the last chance qualifier. That's Larry Ward. Jeff Ward, 30 years old, is in his final season. Number 6 wrapping it up and has had nothing but bad luck throughout the campaign. Matasevich, we've mentioned several times, has had the broken leg. He's coming back off that injury and doesn't yet have the staying power. So the Kawasaki's are out front for the moment. Let's see if we can go back and find. There is Bradshaw, and he must be about, I would say, 15th. He's passed about 4 or 5 riders and is definitely charging. The crowd cheering him on, but he's a long way from the front. Here's the battle right now, 3rd and 4th spot. Larry Ward, unbelievable, coming out of the last chance qualifier, now under a lot of pressure from Stanton, who almost had him set up there and then bobbled.
This is the shortest track on the circuit, the shortest that we'll see all season long. Now, that might work in Jeff Matasevich's favor. Remember, he gets tired. Stanton makes the pass. He takes over that number 3 position for the second time tonight. Let me just quickly say that Matasevich may not fade, certainly will not fade as quickly as he has been. He's going to be able to hold on longer.
The race will not be as long because the lap times are shorter. That will work for the advantage of Jeff Matasevich. Stanton in the 3rd spot. Still has some catching up to do. No sign yet of his teammate. There's a glimpse. Jean-Michel Bale is the 5th place man. He too got a mediocre start. He too has picked up the tempo and is now closing in on Ward. And again, the smooth style of Bale.
Jean-Michel Bale setting in the number 5 position, watching what is happening in front of him. And Bale getting a handful of throttle, cutting to the inside, not quite enough. But Bale does not want that lead group to get away from him, Dave. He's going to do whatever he can to pass Ward as quickly as he possibly can.
And so as Bale puts the pressure on Ward, we've got Kawasaki's and we've got Hondas and we've got Suzuki up front. No sign of the Yamaha of Damon Bradshaw. The bike that has dominated the series is stuck in the back after an early crash. Matasevich is your leader. Ward is in the 2nd spot, about to come under heavy pressure from Jeff Stanton. Ward and Bale rounding out the top 5. We'll be right back.